everyone, and welcome back to Maui, Hawaii. I'm so glad that you are here. Before we read our super silly book of the day, make sure you click subscribe down below, and then you can see all the new books here on the Cozy Chair. Today we are going to read this fun story called My Grandma Could Do Anything in Hawaii. Now this book is by Rick Deals. My grandma could do anything. Aloha everybody, let's have some fun. My grandma doesn't bungee from a helicopter, but she could. Whoa, look at that, doesn't that look fun? My grandma doesn't jump as high as a dolphin, but she could. My grandma doesn't ride a bike down a volcano, but she could. My grandma doesn't lead a hula show, but she could. Look at those two dancing. Doesn't that look fun? Have you ever tried to hula dance? It can be super fun. My grandma doesn't surf a 20-foot wave, but she could. Look at that. That turtle down there says, "Hang 10, Grandma." Isn't that so fun? I love sea turtles. The other day when we were swimming, we saw a sea turtle right next to us. My grandma doesn't juggle pineapples, but she could. And she says, "My grandchild is as sweet as these pineapples." My grandma doesn't windsurf with whales, but she could. My grandma doesn't swim as fast as a humu, but she could. Do you see this humu down here? That's not really its whole name. It's a humu humu nuku nuku apua a. That is a crazy word to say. You'll have to try practicing that word at the end of the book. My grandma doesn't build a giant sandcastle, but she could. My grandma doesn't play the ukulele, but she could. Look at that. Doesn't that look fun, that volcano going off in the background? My grandma doesn't dive as deep as a turtle, but she could. My grandma doesn't bring a rainbow home for me, but she could. Grandma sure knows how to put on a light show. Isn't that silly? My grandma could do lots of things, but I'm so happy with the one thing she does the best. Love me. Isn't that sweet? Look at how fun these pictures are at the back. See, let's see if you can find the humu humu. There it is. If you look really close, it's a super, super long word with lots and lots of letters. But if you break it up, it's pretty easy to say. It's humu, humu, nuku, nuku, apu-a-a. Do you want to try that one more time? Humu, humu, nuku, nuku, apu-a-a. So, I hope that you had fun reading that one. Look for these books and more by Rick Deals wherever you travel.